Hi, I'm Julie Blanner from the lifestyle website, julieblanner.com, where I share easy ideas for entertaining, home decor, and so much more. Today, we're going to do a little something different. We are going to chat about my kitchen remodel. A little sit-down session where I'm going to explain what we plan to do. First, let's start with the why. Because I'm glutton for punishment and I'm just bored, crazy. My sister brought up a really great point. She's like, I thought you said you were gonna leave the cabinets oak. Well, it was. But then they just kind of felt out of place with everything else being cream and it all being one room. So that's where it all spiraled. Then of course from there, it's like, well, let's get some new hardware. No big deal, right? But now it's those silly counters and the backsplash and everything else that's kind of like, blah. It just doesn't really work well together and feels a bit dated. So we're gonna give it a refresh because why not? Before we had oak cabinets, we had wallpaper before removing it, which helped tone the cabinets down. We also had a lot of clutter, which was pretty traditional back in the 90s and early 2000s to have a lot of ivy and things on top of your cabinetry. We did have a charming sconce. And I'd love your opinion if you would include that in this remodel or if you would remove it. I'd love to hear. We also have an inset porcelain sink, which will remain. I think it's really beautiful, timeless classic. And if it isn't broken, don't fix it. Oh wait, that's what I'm doing here. Oops. Anyways, we also to date have given it a little refresh by, of course, fresh paint, which we have painted our entire home in this color. It's Faro and Ball white tie. It's suitable for really well-lit spaces. For more tips on paint colors, I highly recommend you watch my video choosing the right white paint color, that warm cream that will just feel so cozy. We also updated the hardware, as I mentioned before, bright, beautiful brass to kind of bring it up to date and feel much more modern 2020. In addition, we replaced the faucet, but it was kind of just an inexpensive fix at the time, and it's a champagne bronze. I'm really hopeful that I can find a new beautiful faucet that can fit my widespread needs and my love for having a sprayer. Do you love having a sprayer? I can't live without. So now let's get down to our plans. New appliances. I'm not exactly sure how you say this. I believe it's Ilve, but it's I-L-V-E. You may have noticed on my Instagram stories that I asked readers to weigh in because I struggle with making decisions. I haven't decided yet, but I have narrowed it down thanks to their help. It's the range of my dreams. I'm so excited. You know, we have a Cottage at our home in St. Louis, but that was significantly more expensive, and this is our lake cottage, so we can't quite justify the cost down here. But we also have the need of electricity. We cannot have gas at the lake house. So this really blends function design, which you know are two of my very, very favorite things that I talk about repeatedly. But you know me, I can't stop there. Now I'm trying to locate a dishwasher that blends a little more seamlessly into our cabinetry, but I'm not going to do panel front just for the sake of cost. And these are our existing cabinets in our home. So I think it would be a little challenging to get it just right. But the biggest reason I want a new dishwasher is because it is so noisy. As I mentioned before, this is all one big living space. So all the noise going on, having a room full of people, it just becomes too much. Our washer and dryer are also housed in our kitchen. And between the refrigerator running from time to time and the dishwasher running and the washer running and the dryer running, I just want to scream. Now our refrigerator is perfectly functional and I actually don't mind it at all, other than the fact that it's not counter depth and it sticks out, making our small kitchen feel even smaller. We have plenty of space because we have a second refrigerator that we use for drinks in our lower area. So it seems a little bit redundant. So if our budget permits, I will be getting a new refrigerator as well. Finally, let's talk about the floors. The floors aren't bad. They're not offensive at all. They're white with a darker grout. So you'd think, okay, that's not so awful. We can handle it. But it's actually what drives me the most insane about this kitchen. And that's because every day, wet little feet run across it. I feel like I'm one of those perfectionists on maintaining a clean home, so it drives me nuts. I don't want any of our guests to think that like my food is gross because my kitchen floors are gross. I've been toying with the idea of what we should do for our countertop and backsplash. I keep thinking quartz might be the way to go for both. I know I'm going to do them for the counters, but just to kind of have that clean line, I think I can really warm it up with some other wood elements. I'd love to know what you think. I keep going back to beadboard as well, but I'm a little worried with the traditional style doors that it will feel too traditional. And I want this home to feel just a touch more modern. Let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for bearing with me as I try to spend most of my life out on the water in the summer. But I look forward to seeing you again soon. Don't forget to click subscribe, and until next time.